वक्फ बोर्ड आज पूरी तरीके से पारदर्शी तरीके से काम कर रहा है और वक्फ बोर्ड की जो संपत्तियां हैं, जिस पर अवैध कब्जे थे, उसको हटाने का भी काम किया है और लगातार उन संपत्तियों से हमारे मुस्लिम समाज को और फायदा हो, इस दिशा में भी काम किया है और लगातार बोर्ड तमाम दिशाओं में सार्थक तरीके से काम कर रहा है।
देखिए, पहले भी हम आपको बताना चाहते हैं कि हम लोग 2017 से लेकर और अभी तक हमने सारी जो वक्फ की संपत्तियां हैं उसकी जांच सीबीआई को दे रखी है और सीबीआई अनियमितताओं की जांच कर रही है। आपको पता होगा, माननीय गृह मंत्री आदरणीय अमित शाह जी ने इसको स्वीकृति दी थी, उसके बाद एफआईआर भी लॉन्च हो गई है और आज पारदर्शी तरीके से सारे वक्फ की संपत्तियों की जांच हो रही है और जो भी गड़बड़ी जहां पाई जा रही है उसके खिलाफ कार्रवाई भी हो रही है।
Right. What is it that makes a property a Waqf property, and can this be challenged in the court despite the exclusive rights that are granted as per the WAQF Act? To dissect that, I'm now joined on this broadcast by Ratan Sharda, who's an author, Rahul Ishwar, an activist, also joins us on this broadcast, Bilal Khan, a lawyer and political activist. But my first question is to you, sir, Mohammad Masiullah Khan, who's the chairman of Telangana WAQF Board. How do you decide that a property is a WAQF Board property?
See, ma'am, it's clearly we have the gazette which is built up at 1952, which shows a WAQF Act. It is totally WAQF land is once is WAQF is always WAQF. So the previous documents which have made by from revenue and all, it can be been seen, and it is clearly mentioned. It's a WAQF land means it's a WAQF land.
Yes,
and
but who decides what is a WAQF land? Like, can you just go and claim a public property, which in this case is the Chandrasekhar Park, and say this belongs to the WAQF?
No, see, for this we have a local proceedings and the documents which has made from 1952 in the previous records of the revenue and all. So in the records at that time, our forefathers have given this property, and the documents are being sale deeds, where registered sale deeds have donated the land. See, no one can say if in Hyderabad there is a Charminar. If I say if I donated the Charminar for any religion, for any caste, for any reason, so it can't be a meena.
Okay. Rahul Ishwar, there are proper sale deeds. There is a law that gives them the powers to stake claim to land which is donated to them. What is the problem if they are making whatever they want to make on that land?
But 2 points, I believe everyone, even most people also agree that encroachments in any land, especially public land, that belongs to the government, is something that nobody will agree to. If there are encroachments and then they claim that it is a part of human aid, that is unfair on law and unfair on the holy aspect of contributing land to a spiritual cause. So we need to have more transparency in this issue. Yes, it's a muddied space, it's a grey space, but since we are moving forward to a more
digital era, we need to have more clarity of documents, documentation and the history of it. Otherwise, there are gross chances of it being misused, whether it is temple land or WAQF land or any other land. So I hope WAQF Board themselves will bring clarity. And for example, Tiruchendurai in Tamil Nadu, the issue we have seen right now, it has been resolved. So some outrageous claims have come from some people, which has caused provocation among their different community members. So I hope they will see that. Even right now, look at the news that's going on. The Chandrasekhar Raza Park, and many people saying that it's a WAQF land is definitely an insult to the great freedom fighter and also to the public land holding of Indian government. So I hope more transparency will come. It is for the betterment of every community, including our Muslim brothers. If the transparency comes, it will only do good to every person, so that these doubts don't arise in future.
Right. Ratan Sharda, what we are seeing today is just one of the several examples. Times Now, just in the course of 7 days, managed to find out multiple plots of land across the country, whether it was Chennai or Delhi, now it is in Uttar Pradesh, where there have been encroachments in the name of religion. Do you now think that the plea that is in Supreme Court, which says that these, according to the petitioner, arbitrary powers and unbridled powers under the WAQF Act that have been granted should be reviewed?
See, first of all, the UP minister very pompously saying that we have given the case to CBI shows that the press is much more investigative, much more fact-finding strength than the government is. Are we saying that? Secondly, this bunch of WAQF land, or is a WAQF land, is a misnomer in a secular society. We are not living under Sharia. Thirdly, WAQF is the biggest blot on our equality before religion. And to give an example, there is a Mazar built up on a brand new flyover in Delhi. When people wanted to remove it, police stopped them. So why is police not able to remove the encroachment on the Chandrasekhar Azad Park, which has been declared illegal by the courts? And thirdly, you have cases in Uttarakhand where there have been 3 mazars in the name of one Sufi. Does a body cut into 3 pieces and put in 3 places? Or what is this fraud going on? Illegal encroachment cannot be a waqf land. As everybody knows, you cannot have an encroachment called a waqf land. And this mischief must stop. It is an insult to revolutionaries. It is an insult to government of India. And why police cannot take action, I do not understand. This protection of secular politicians. So this kind of violation of our basic human rights and to not follow the court rules flies very much in the face of every other case. Today, 75 devotees of Hindu devotees have been served FIRs for doing worship within the temple premises in Chennai. So you can charge sheet people who do worship in their own temple, but you are scared of taking action against encroachment. What kind of secularism are we living in? This is a ridiculous form of imposing will on the people. 1995 WAQF Act, which is the root of all this mischief, must be scrapped totally, and a new law must be made, which is more equitable, which is more sensible.
Right. Bilal Khan, as a lawyer, do you think that the WAQF Act is being used as a blindfold to grab land, encroach properties in the name of religion? Mr. Bilal Khan, can you hear me? Right, I think we've lost that signal with him, but if I could put the same question to Mr. Masiullah Khan. Sir, the major objection is that there is this one act which specifically caters to one religion, which is in contravention to the ethos of our constitution, which are secular, which basically doesn't mean that it is non-religious, but it is equal for all religions. Then comes this one WAQF Act, which is designed only and only for Muslims, and the petition in the Supreme Court highlights this fact that there are no similar laws for either Christians or Hindus or Sikhs for that matter. Do you think this special privilege is unjustified, especially when more and more instances come to light of land grabbing?
See, ma'am, if you can see, the Hindu Endowment Act has been evolved recently. That many, you can see, recently I've seen in the many newses. I can think you also may know that in endowment, that no one Muslim are rental there. They won't give any rental or lease properties to any Muslim guys. But in Waqf Board, they have throughout India, you can see many other religion, many other castes are tenants of Waqf. See, if we don't have any document, how can we lease out the document? How can we make a structure there without any permission of municipal and all? In city limits, it's a capital of India, which is Delhi. It has making there is a old mosque there, which has been constructed previously many years back. So how can it's illegal structure?
Sir, the court has said in case of Uttar Pradesh at least that in Prayagraj the several mazars that have come up on this ground are illegal. It is not any political party or we saying it. It has been proved in the court. They've asked for them to be removed. However, the question also arises on the governments who are not implementing the orders of the court in this case. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me on this broadcast. We take a very quick break.